This is the Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa. You are watching the Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa. This is the Female Show, the show that nails the exceptional stories of females in the agribusiness and food industry. You are watching the Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa.
I'm very good, very, very good, and I'm happy to be here.
You are a continental icon. I see you pushing agenda with climate smart agriculture, with women stuff, with men stuff. You are amazing, Divine. You're doing here in London. So if you're listening to radio, obviously you are expecting this because today is the International Women's Day and we are celebrating women all over the world. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to Richmond Media. If you are on Facebook, kindly follow us. Today, I have three amazing men talking about women in agribusiness and in food. Have you ever thought about this? Men pushing the women agenda. And we are going to hear about them. We are going to listen to their stories. We are going to hear about their ways, what they have done to be able to push the women agenda. So I have with me, all the way from Cameroon, my very, very good friend, Divine. Hello, Divine.
Hi, Nana, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you too?
I'm very good, very, very good, and I'm happy to be here.
You are a continental icon. I see you pushing agenda with climate smart agriculture, with women stuff, with men stuff. You are amazing, Divine. You're doing incredible work. So before we even go into the Women's Day, please tell me about your organization.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much indeed for having me. I'm so grateful. Greetings from the beautiful country, Cameroon. I'm here in the South region, and I'm so happy to be part of this segment. Yeah, actually, CSOYN, which is Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network Global, it's a continental and global initiative that has as main purpose to ensure that young people, children, youth, women, persons with disabilities, and equally, why not the refugee and even the climate refugees at all levels are equally. The engineered people are fully integrated in the food system agenda, ensuring that you look at agriculture as a means of employment, sustainable employment, and lucrative as well. So that's why we thought that, of course, setting up CSOYN back in 2014, in 4 countries, DRC, Cameroon, Togo, and Nigeria. Today, we are rolling out across 170 countries. And of course, we changed our strategy last year because we came to realize that working with individuals was really challenging. So we decided to set up what we call today Centers of Excellence. And Centers of Excellence are actually being hosted within institutions, primary, secondary, and tertiary. And of course, the TVET.
Wow.
Yes.
Good. So, and I've also seen that you are pushing the women agenda. So I've seen WASA. Can you tell me, because today is International Women's Day, can you just shed light on WASA? That's women in.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. For your, this is my most, this WhatsApp program goes at the center of my heart. The reason is simple. WhatsApp actually, I visited because I run a lot of activities across the nation, and I came to realize that we have beautiful girls. They studied agriculture, but yet they still go look for jobs. And when they go look for these jobs, there are 2 things that happen. Either they get a job from the real path, or they get a job from the unreal path. The unreal path, I like to call the word sexual harassment, is actually key. So I said to myself, how do I protect these young girls, these beautiful young girls? So I said, okay, you all with the skill set you have, with the experience you have, we're going to set up what we call, first of all, the initial name before WASA was the African leaders, African women CEOs, because I wanted all women on the planet to be CEOs so that they don't go apply for jobs and get assaulted by the opposite gender. So right now, I went to a certain community here in Cameroon called Kumba, and I went there and I realized these young girls are from a training school, which actually has a much more impact on job creation, agribusiness, and equally value addition in some products, agricultural products. I said, okay, this school. I said to the students, please, can we set up just these women groups, this girl child group? They said yes. That's how we started WhatsApp, Women in Agriculture for Sustainable Africa. I've come to realize that when a girl child is empowered, it's a whole world, it's a whole country, it's a whole nation that's empowered. I've come to realize, and I said it clear, just of recent I was in Niger, in Niamey. I met 4 young girls, and I told them, do you remember that is a woman that delivers a president? Do you remember it's a woman that delivers a pope? Do you remember that it's a woman that delivers a minister? So please, you need to know the value you carry. And that's how WhatsApp program, I set up the WhatsApp program right there before coming back to Cameroon. Right now, it has gone viral. And I'm so happy, Nana, that you are reading, of course. You're actually one of the patrons of the WhatsApp program. If you never knew, I'm sitting today on the studio because I've been seeing the work you're doing with me. I've been seeing the work you're doing with the young girls. And I'm so impressed. And I think this is the only framework that we can actually put the women agenda. Of recent, I contacted UN Women in New York to see how they can actually benchmark and scale up the activities of these young girls and women. So really, I can speak about WhatsApp from now to tomorrow. And to close up this, I will tell you, Nana, I told girls and I told women that a woman is equal to oxygen of life. Without a woman, there is no life. Without a woman, there is no life. Because it's the woman that brings forth the human being.
Yeah, of course. And we know the power we carry. Just that sometimes we don't really use the power. We know that women are more powerful than men. But so today is the International Women's Day. We are talking about women, the power of women, embracing equity. And I know, like I said, you are championing this cause. So we want to see how women or men can embrace equity in terms of for women who are transforming the food systems, women who are transforming agribusiness in Africa or in the world. What are the challenges you have seen throughout your work, especially the challenges women go through, women in this sector go through?
Yeah, I will start with the last part of your question. I will tell you, I want to say here that women have right now they have translated the challenges they have into opportunities. So really, the first part of the segment of this question actually had to talk about the woman. I've asked everybody, when a woman is a CEO, who is the driver? It's a man. When the woman is a CEO, who is the bodyguard? It's a man. When the woman is a CEO, who is some sort of a mechanic, it's a man. So that's how powerful the women are. But right now, as we look at the food system to be transformed, we know, of course, when there's climate change, when there's climate vulnerability, when there's fraud and everything, crisis, women and children are the most impacted. So that's why building the skills of women, building the skill of the girl child, you're actually empowering, making sure that the community is somehow much more sustainable. And I've said it very well, wide and clear, that without sustainable peace, there can be no sustainable development. And right now, I'm saying, on behalf of CSA1 and all youth leaders and head of state, that women are the agents of change, of transformation, and of transform the food system. Right. We look at agribusiness. Agribusiness is value addition. Agribusiness is value addition. Women, they are the ones that go to the farms. And now they have understood that they can transform cassava into about 3,000 derivatives. And that's why this has actually empowered women. This has enabled to give them the opportunity to send their children and kids to school. So really, I'm very, very proud to say I'm championing the women, the WhatsApp program and the women agenda. Yes, over to you, Nana.
So I asked Kafik the same question, and I'm going to throw that question to you as well. We have seen the challenges, but I know that women are able to turn challenges into opportunities. I'm asking you because you're a man and you're championing women cause. How can these challenges be addressed?
Yeah, the first thing is that we need to give opportunities to women to own land. Land policy is key because there are some cultures today women cannot own land. And when we talk of agriculture, we talk of food systems. We cannot talk of food system without talking of land tenure systems. So that's why I think one of the opportunities and one of the solutions to addressing this land policy, let's come together and set up what we call within our national implementation plans across the Ministry of Agriculture worldwide. We should get women a position at the policy level to be able to decide on the political framework that actually addresses their challenges. If the problem, the challenge a woman faces is not a man that is going to solve it, it's a woman that's going to address it. But the man is going to support the idea. So I think we all have to join efforts, stand together as one, and move on. Over to you, Dana.
Yeah, so that's why I have brought men. I mean, it's unusual to see all men panel on International Women's Day. But I just want to hear from you men, your perspective, how you think, all right? Because like I said, I've seen your work and I want to see how you think, all right? So I'm just happy that you've been able to share it with us. Now I work in the sector. I work with women in the sector. I know that the playground is not the same, especially when it comes to funding for women. That is why I'm really happy about this year's theme, Embrace Equity. We've talked about equality, but it seems it's not working. Now we need equity. In your view, how can we embrace equity? How can we embrace equity, especially for women transforming food systems?
Yeah, of course, you made mention about agricultural finance and climate finance. We should be able to set up mechanisms at the country level that actually gives the opportunity within the Ministry of Women Empowerment in some countries which they have to have women working group in agriculture and food systems. This working group will have as main objective to address all issues concerning women and ensuring that they have equal rights, equal opportunities within the agricultural finance, within the food systems financing system. So for me, one of the things, another opportunity or another solution to this is for us all to just think of the fact that the woman, she's the one, she's the mother earth. And if she's the mother earth, we need to invest more in women. I've said it and I keep repeating myself. If a woman comes, a young girl comes and tells me she needs $1 for her school fees, and a compatriot or the opposite person sex tells me wants the same dollar, I'll give it to the girl child because I know I'm empowering the whole community. But if I give the money to the male child, or is not, I'm not saying I'm not giving a disparity about the two genders, but I'm saying empowering a woman, a girl child is actually ensuring we cannot achieve the SDGs if SDG 5 is not being achieved. So I think we need to look at it in that lens.
Right.
Thank you very much.
All right. So if you just joined us, you are watching Reach More Media, and we have Divine and other amazing men talking to us on the International Women's Day. If you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe right away. If you have not followed us on Facebook, please do that. And if you're listening to our radio, please share so that people can listen and be inspired. Today, as I said, we're talking to these men who are working in the food and agri system on 3 different continents. So I have with me here Divine, Coffee, and Graham. So back to Divine. Divine, so
yes,
you're a man. Today is International Women's Day. I want you to talk to your fellow men. I believe that women can do a whole lot, and we have actually proven that we can do it. But like you said, it's not. I don't think it's women versus men. Okay, but then we all need that balance. We all need to work together to collaborate to push the agenda. So please talk to your fellow men. What role should men play to be able to embrace equity for women in the sector?
Yeah. I mean, I say loud and clear without no fear. Women are a powerhouse to all transformation agendas. Let's all invest more on our girl child. Let's all invest on our women and make sure, because women are like a driver, they're like a car, What you put in a car, you cannot drive a car if there's no fuel. And a woman gives you back what you give to her. So if you show a woman love for 1%, she's gonna multiply that by 100% and give back to you. So I think the beauty about this is that the more we invest in women, the more they give us back. The more the input into a woman, you receive the output 10 times. So really, let's invest more on our women.
Right.
Let's invest more on the girl child.
Let's invest more in women. Now let's come to technology and innovation. I know that African women, especially, are lagging behind. Now we are in AI world. You've seen what ChatGPT is doing in the world.
Yeah.
So how can women? Okay, I know that it's a challenge in Africa. Internet is a challenge. Technology is a talent. How can we? And if we talk about equity, it comes into that as well, because we don't have the tools. We don't have the necessary small tools to even work with. We are still using the hose, the cutlasses, and stuff like that. How can we be able to embrace technology to work in the sector, especially for women?
Yeah. You know, this question for me reminds me of my trip to Niger last week. I visited a stand. Yes, this science and technology and innovation stand. And I met this young lady. Her name is Najat. Najat is into robotics. And Najat, with her team, they're able to design, applications that inform the Ministry of Transport. Should there be accidents up front, they can tell you with that application. Now, going to the agricultural sector, I met another young lady who was actually able to develop an application to consult the fruit trees, consult the plant system, and actually with that application, it can tell you what you need to add to that crop for it to be somehow productive and improve on the productivity. In fact, they were simply doing what we call climate smart agricultural practices using technology, because climate smart agriculture is a technology, it's an approach. So I think for me, the best investment we can do is to ensure that we give an enabling environment. When you're talking of equity, I look at enabling environment. Let this young girl that is very good in robotics, I will actually call her Najat. She's a lead. I just set up the WhatsApp team in Niger. There were just 4 of them. But right now, I want to equally tell you that, and tell all of us here that women are good mobilizers. Okay? The idea for women can easily be sold. So I think we have all we need to achieve the SDGs. We have all we need to achieve the Agenda 2063 for sustainable development. And of course, with technology, we can. Of course, COVID taught us that without technology, we can't go anywhere. So I think COVID alone should be a reference point. And seeing these young girls in Niger doing this awesome work, I feel very, very humbled. I'm so proud of them, and I'm making sure that they have enough support as much as possible. Yes, Nana, over.
Okay. Thank you. So I just want you to tell us about the success stories. I know that you've worked a lot in the sector. Have you come across any success stories? Because we cannot keep talking about only challenges. We know that women have done a lot in this sector. They have played that crucial role. So have you come across any success stories you would want to share with us?
Yeah, of course. When you look at what we call snails, women have actually been able. Some women in Cameroon and beyond have been able to use snails. The backs of snails, the backs of snails, the shells, are actually used for cosmetics. So they've been able to produce a lot of products from that. And some of them are importing the snails, transforming the snails, adding value to the snails, and transporting to America, Europe, and all those countries. Many of them are equally employing a lot of young people and young girls. And when a woman wants to impress somebody, it doesn't bother. They don't bother whether you're a male or a female. They are so palatable. So really, they are very, very balanced in when they want to impress people. Right. So it has actually moved me and actually added really a lot of encouragement to me to tell me what I'm doing is the right thing, investing in women. So I want to say WASA is open. Let everybody come and join WASA.
Right. Yes. So today is International Women's Day. The theme is embrace equity. Your last words, Divine.
My last words is investments. The SDGs, which is Agenda 2030, the AU Agenda 2063, which are actually the 2 key And of course, the SCCFA has come together right now to ease the process, the value addition, the agribusiness sector. So without investment in women, we cannot achieve the SDGs. And let's look at women today as oxygen of the planet. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we are looking at women today as oxygen of the planet. Thank you very much for joining. Today is the International Women's Day, and that is a special edition. That is why you're seeing men on the platform. We'll continue to bring you men because we know that they are also supporting women to push the agenda. This is Richmond Media. You are listening to us live from London, and if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, please follow. Thank you for joining us today as we discuss International Women's Day today. It's been a privilege to hear from Divine and Kafik, our inspiring guests, about their experiences and perspectives on the challenges and opportunities facing women in this industry. We hope this conversation has shed light on the important role that women play in driving innovation, sustainability, and profitability in the food systems and agribusiness. As we continue to champion food systems and women in agribusiness, let us remember, and that is my favorite part, let us remember that women play a crucial role in the industry. And it is not only the crucial for advancement, but it is also addressing global food security and promoting economic development in rural communities. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Please don't forget to like or share this. Thank you very much, and see you next week on The Female Show, right from London. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is The Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa. You are watching The Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa.